Hi everybody who's coming here. I'm glad you are here. I will do a reading for divine feminine, divine masculine. Actually, it will be for divine feminine. I will see. Normally it's for divine feminine, okay? And I was meditating and this morning, and I have a very strong message for certain divine feminine who is going through a huge spiritual awakening, and actually she's a high priestess, okay? I saw many divine feminine in this same position. Excuse me guys, I need to drink my coffee. It's 8 o'clock in the morning in France right now. And because of some astro travelers, I have to have my shadows in different house for sleeping. So it's a bit confused. It's really important what I want to talk about for divine feminine who are high priestess. What's mean is you are highly spiritual, you are psychic, you are medium or tarot reader or any other spiritual practices. You have a healer and your power is growing, and you need to understand some karmic people want your power. And some of you are so powerful, they are ready to do everything to have it. And I won't get into it because I will do tarot reading in just 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So if you're interested in tarot reading only and not the spiritual part of it, you skip, you fast forward it. And when I start shuffling the card, you put it back, okay? So just 5-10 minutes for explaining this. What I had this morning message. Actually, I had download during the night also. I saw many things. Sometimes I'm astro travel also. You need to understand these people has occult practices. Come on, take your how they can take your power. Okay. One of the practice is that they will do sex magic on certain moon cycles, and they will come into your life and have sex with you. And when they have sex with you, they practically suck your energy away. And some warlocks are capable to take certain gifts or powers from women or men by doing sex, okay? Spiritual power. We talk about spiritual power, okay? So if you have a special download, I don't know, you can heal a certain sickness, or you are a teacher or whatever, or you have the promise of abundance and it just stick to you, they can take it away from you. They have rituals for that include sexual intercourse. Excuse me, it's cold. I just put my cardigan on. This is really important to talk about because us, divine feminine, especially who are single or divorced, we are usually empaths, and empaths needs sometimes they don't stay single too long, okay? Especially if you are divine feminine. You need to understand that there's lots of trap. You need to be really, really careful and listen to your intuition. And for some of you, going through a very abundant period, very sensitive period of your spiritual life when you are still very fragile. So some of you, the message is to stay celibate for this period of time, okay? It's easy to say, then do it, isn't it? When everybody wants to find their partner, they love relationship that is a soulmate, twin flame, or whatever. You need to know that these people knows these needs in you and will use it on their advantage. Some of them capable to send hovering spirits to watch you what you're doing. So when you hear certain noises in your house that is unusual and you do not understand, it's like somebody living with you. You don't need to be afraid of this. You just need to do a big spiritual cleansing. And if it's really important, you can't deal with it, contact me, because I have certain methods to clear up the space from these spirits or energies or negative energies. Sometimes they send in these energies on your animals, okay? Like yesterday, I heal sometimes animals. You know, I'm not a veterinarian. Of course, if there is something important problem I can see and I can afford it financially, I take them to the veterinarian, okay? But often animals come to my door, front door, and they want to come in, so I let them in, and often I heal them because they have minor injuries, or feed them, or I had a little bat who had some problem with the wing, so I healed that. I healed also little birds, or dogs didn't come yet, but snakes, yeah, and also cat. Cats come quite often, and in spite of that, they have owners, and I don't know why they come here. I think it's the owners who does not take care of them. Yesterday, I had a really nice cat who came over, and when I was talking, so as shamans, sometimes we can communicate in a way with animals, like we put on plants or animals our hands, and there is a transfer of information. And I could see that there is a couple who owns this cat, and a woman really loves this cat, but the man always always give, excuse me, I'm still tired, so I mix up sometimes the French words to English. So the guy in this couple always gives huge kicks in this cat, and sometimes the cat is like fly away for a few meters, and I don't know how, but always he kicks the spine. You know, cat spines is quite strong, so that's why they can fall from from heights, and they are fine. And I could feel there was some injuries on his spine, so I can't do anything. So these cats needs to go to a veterinarian, but that is a serious thing. I can't pay many thousands of euros for an operation or thing like that, and I don't think this couple can afford it. So I just give the cat food, and yeah, I did some rituals, so maybe he can heal. But I have to be careful, because unfortunately I posted on Facebook and now I can see my enemies trying to send hovering spirit with animals. You need to understand these hovering spirits can go on your pets, okay? If you have a dog or a cat or a snake or whatever at home, these negative energies can easily stick to animals. So when you do your cleansing, Divine Feminine, you need to do the cleansing on your pets also, on your animal companion, okay? It's really important. Me, I use some mental stuff, so on a first place, before I bring animal in my house, I purify them, so they not capable to carry this energy with them in my house. But you need to be sure that, because these people want to survey you, okay? In my case, I know they had cameras for a long time in my house. Now they disappeared. Last time when they broke in, maybe they took it, or I don't know. But I will be honest with you, I left the cameras for sometimes because I wanted to mislead them, but it disappeared. So it doesn't matter. They took it because they are afraid of the police. They're afraid that if I take it to the police, they will go down. I won't go into this, but I don't mean that it doesn't matter. I can't talk about this. So they don't, most of the time, they don't put cameras because it's too risky. Or it's easier to send an hovering spirit. Well, if the hovering spirit fails, maybe they will put cameras. It's possible. It's depend what kind of people are available for their services. Where I live, I have a problem with a couple of people. It's a group of people who does some kind of crazy shit, and they have some people who are professionals, so they can come into a house even without breaking the door very easily. So and are very good at these cameras. So unfortunately, but not every occult organization has a chance like that, or the Moyan to pay somebody to do that. So in that case, you need to make sure that you clean your house regularly. It's very simple. You do the smudging. You need to clean it, keep it clean, and also use some protective plants in a cleaning liquid what you make yourself or buy. It doesn't matter. You just put this, and usually, but what you buy is harsh chemicals, so it destroys the energy of the plants. So I make myself usually, and I do it like that. Also, what is important on a side of smudging, on YouTube, just go on, look for subliminals for cleaning the spiritually your house. There are many of them, and they are very good. Some of them are has a really nice music on. Some of them use frequencies that are really harsh on the ear, but they are very, very effective. So if you can support the frequencies, they are more effective than the subliminals, okay? Frequencies are excellent because frequencies, it's like a miraculous thing. So I'm just studying and discovering lots of things about it. But when you will check on YouTube, you will see there are many frequencies, and some people use it, for example, for healing or pain relief. I know for certain pain it is effective for me, so I use it for pain relief also. After, it's depend if you believe in it or no. Well, if you are here on a tarot channel, you must be a spiritual person, so you know what I'm talking about. Some people has bells or drum or things like that. I really like drums, so I have a shamanic drum music that I put on regularly. That clears up also the air quite well. It needs to be some regular, very strong certain frequency sound, and usually negative energies can't stay a long time if it goes on for hours. You understand? So they have to practically leave your house. After that, some negative energies that are much tougher and they won't leave. So for that, the smudging and one thing about sage is French, sage smudging. Sage is like a spiritual bleach, okay? Right now I didn't find, I think I have to make it during summer my own. Most of the time it's better if you do other like lavandula or what is it? Lavender or other plants, because some other plants just clear up from negative energy, the air. Sage clear up everything, good or bad. It clears up everything. So when you clean up the house with the sage, your house spiritually is sterile, Okay, so what you need to do after, maybe put some YouTube subliminals or frequencies that brings in positive energies, or you do another smudging with a plant that can help you to bring harmony, joy, happiness in your living space. Okay, but sometimes just positive affirmations are enough. I'm telling all these practices because you need to make sure these people don't track you. Okay, what they do, you are on a platform on YouTube. Well, me, I say lots of things about my private life because the spirit led me to do that. I didn't understand why, but I have to. I think now I can stop, so I will stop doing that. But there was a period of time a spirit led me to do it. But it's very risky. Do not do it unless you have a huge protection on you, because it gives people information about you. They will study you. There is actually 22 persons who study me regularly on YouTube, and most of them live close by to me. Okay, and they want to ruin me. So it's really important what information you give out. You listen to the spirit. Most of you just do, for example, tarot and nothing else. You don't give out any information. It's really, really good. If spirit leads you to give out some information about yourself, be cautious about that. You give out information that even if they use against you, it won't be a problem for you. Okay, you can handle it. So they study you. Okay, they study you, how to come into your life, how to trick you, how to manipulate you. I talk about this before. They sent an I think this guy it's a kind of private satanist, because he has an altar also in his flat, and I saw it, not personally, spiritually, but I saw it. I know he's a satanist. I didn't know, but he came into my life when I was really traumatized. I didn't see anything, and this is a guy, I think he was paid to come into my life. And now they're trying to find a way to traumatize me, because they think I will fall back into this situation so they can trick me. Well, doesn't matter. They forget I'm psychic and a medium, so actually I know their plan, but doesn't matter. At this time I didn't. And sometimes we are so busy with our work, tarot reading, helping each other, working schedule. When you have clients coming to your place for healing session because you do Reiki or whatever, we have a hard time to concentrate spiritually on people like that. You need to understand that most of us read energies. Okay, there are some practices they can manipulate the energy field of an evil person, so you won't detect for some time these dark karmic energy, but you will detect a divine energy. Okay, they can't hold it up for very long, so these people will very quickly come in to you in your life. They won't stay with you more than 1 or 2 hours maximum, because the energy field weakens. It's not their own, so it will be complicated, and that is the beginning. So when they do that, they will do a kind of psychology, sometimes reverse psychology, it's actually a perfect pervert narcissistic method, love bombing, trying to get you to fall in love with him, especially if they know you have a trauma. They know exactly what is a person with trauma needs, that you are alone, you are isolated. Some of you haven't been with a man for a long time, so they might do also sex magic to make you have desires. So this guy comes in, show himself a perfect divine masculine, and you just threw yourself into his arms, and they don't mind waiting. For example, this guy they sent me, before we go together physically, we were friends for 5 months, okay, and 5 months nothing happened, and he was fine with it. So you need to understand they can behave exactly like a divine masculine, exactly. So they don't have problem waiting. They don't have, because when they go out from you, they have other women in their lives who you are not a love. They don't love you. Do you understand? You are a job for them. So if you don't want to be with them sexually for 5 months, 6 months, 10 months, they don't mind, because they will wait. It will give them a time to mentally trap you. So they will be really attached to them during that 5 months, and you will really think it's your divine masculine, your soulmate or your twin flame, because they can transform your psyche, manipulate your psyche. It gives them time. Do you understand? So sometimes they, even if you want to be with them sexually, they won't let it at the beginning. I heard this kind of story from other divine feminine, because they needed first the mental manipulation. Okay, I'm talking about this because if you watch my video, in other videos I explain with sexual intercourse, when you give your authorization that you want to do that, okay, so it's not a rape, because when there is a rape, your soul automatically closed down. It's like locked. So when somebody rape you, they can't access to your soul. It's impossible. Well, in certain cases are exceptional, but I won't talk about that because crazy people watching this video also. But what's going on is, when you want to be with that guy, your souls open up, his and yours, during intercourse, okay? It's always like that. If you give your own, you want it, okay? There is no such a thing that you want it and your soul doesn't get open, okay? Only an alchemist can manage to do that, but they need to be really high level and paying total control over their soul, okay? And usually they are men, because for women, our emotions are very closely attached to our soul, and so when you make love, it's difficult not to be open spiritually. Some women can do that easily. These are women, divine feminine, who the previous life they were men, not women, and for many lifetimes. So they have divine masculine and divine feminine energy very strongly in them. And sometimes divine feminine, when they come onto this earth and become humans, or how shall I put this, when they get born, and they are feminine first time, and before they were masculine for hundreds and hundreds of lifetime, when they become adults, especially young adult, but some of them even 40-50 years old, still have problem harmonizing masculine energy and feminine energy. So this type of divine feminine has a very strong masculine energy, and they can detach easier their soul during sexual intercourse than somebody who's been a divine feminine for hundreds of years, okay? These are secrets I'm talking about. I'm teaching about this on my spiritual channel. You need to know about this, because if you are powerful divine feminine, especially you are high priestess and you are single or divorced, even sometimes married women get tempted to cheat on their husband with occult persons like that. And after you can feel that something is gone from your life, okay? I'm not saying that you will lose all your gifts, but they are not that strong anymore. They are not that powerful. And some occult people use this to attach curses to you, or some death spells, for example. So it's really important for divine feminine to stay clean and clear of these. Ask God as universe, the spirit or source, whatever, however you call it, to show you what you need to do else, okay? Because usually spiritual people has not too many friends. We have friends, but they are weird like us. But some of us lives practically in isolation for a very long time. So in that case, it will be easy to filter people who are coming into your life or who are already, because sometimes these people are already in your life as friends. But if you have, right, you are a very social person, you have, you're teaching not just on YouTube, on internet, but physically also there is a center where you go regularly and teach there. There is a huge possibility that they can trap you like that. You need to, I don't want you to be paranoid, do you understand? But you need to be, you need to search and look for how to differentiate and see frequencies and resonation. What is resonation? Vibration, okay? Because vibration energy is quite similar, okay? But vibration can be manipulated. Also, frequency is really, really difficult to manipulate because everything has its own frequency. Even an object, this tarot card, these tables, this ring has its frequency. My hand, my body, my soul has a frequency, and it's difficult to manipulate that. So if you can read energies and you are psychic, you need to start learning, I don't know how to put this, not just energy fields, but frequencies and vibrations, and analyze all the three together to recognize if a person really a bad person or not. Because as I told you, they can manipulate the energy field around themselves. Usually these kind of people come in, sometimes in your life, they don't want to steal anything from you, but they want to stop you. They want to slow you down, so you don't step into your destiny. Do you understand? This guy set me back with almost a year, and I lost many opportunities that will never come back in my life. Never. And if I would have grabbed these opportunities at this time, now my life would be easier and I would be on a higher level, and lots of pain I wouldn't have been go through. So, but at this time I didn't see it. I think Spirit wanted me to go through that. So later on I can teach about this. And later on, when I look back on this period of time of my life, I could understand what's happened, because lots of divine feminine has the same problem, and it's a trap. And I'm telling you, it's fucking hard to see it. Because we are human, and especially you are an empath, you have feelings, you will fall in love with this guy and they will manipulate you. They will behave exactly like a divine masculine. Some of these men has entities with them that it's impossible to see at the beginning. And they will charm you in a way that you will totally fall in love with you. No, you will totally fall in love with them. Well, this guy... Anyway, I won't talk about this. There is another thing when they fall in love with you. That is a good thing, because there is like a seed of love in their heart that will start working and start changing them, but it can turn really badly, because usually when they hurt a divine being, karma comes into their life and things start going really bad for them. And they will know they are spiritual, but on a negative side, that it's because they were with you. So they will have this love in their heart, but they will turn it into hate, because they will say, if I never ever met this woman, if I never ever give my heart, if I don't fall in love with this woman, I wouldn't be in this horrible situation. So they will blame you, and because they can't get rid of thinking of you, because that is love. When you love somebody, you just think of them day and night. You can't get rid of them. These people never been there. These people does not know what is real love. For them, love is fucking, okay? And love is not sexual intercourse. That is something spiritual and emotional, very deep, and very, when you get vulnerable. So sometimes these men don't even show you because it scares them, because it's not how shall I put, it's from the other side, it's not dark. Do you understand? Just having sex with somebody and enjoying it and doing different practices, sexual practices, it can be dark, okay? I won't go in this, okay? I'm not saying sex is dark, but when you want to, when you strangle somebody because somebody gets sexual pleasure from it, excuse me, that is dark. Okay, so because the person can die, and there are many accidents like that. So there are some weird experiences. I think they are attached to entities when some people get sexual pleasure from certain dangerous situations. Now that I work with this on my workplace, I can see certain things that goes really bad in a sexual intercourse like that, and there is a death, okay? And after the guy get panic, disappear, and there is a murder case, okay? So it can be really fucking dangerous, and these people are on a dark side even in a sexual intercourse. You need to know that. I wouldn't have any trust in a guy, because they can go really, really far, and it can be very dangerous. But we don't know usually when we talk. I know now, so it won't happen in the future. But when I had trauma, I fought this guy, and lots of divine feminine fall for them. And what's happening when they taste your essence? You are a good person, you know. You are a divine person. Excuse me, I have a hiccup. So what they do, they feed on your energy, but they don't realize that it's so powerful that it will touch their soul. So it's 98% of the time they fall in love with the divine feminine, okay? But it won't stop them doing evil things to you. Sometimes it just makes it worse, because they will be angry. They won't understand this is true love, this is real love, this is spiritual love, this is something good, actually, that could transform them and give them the life that they secretly desire in their life. They don't see that. They see that everything is collapsing in their life. Why are they collapsing? Because it's bad karma. Why is the bad karma there? Because the universe gives them a possibility to go through the dark night of the soul and become a divine being. But they don't understand. They will understand that it's your fault and they have to punish you. So they become your haters, your stalkers. They will stalk you, hate on you, and try to approach you again. Don't be surprised when a man like that comes back into your life, because they come back not because, yeah, maybe it's true that they say that, oh, I realized I love you, I have a feelings for you. So they open their heart in a way, but you need to understand they do that because they want to destroy you. They want to punish you for the suffering that you gave them, because they think it's you who gave them. They do not understand the whole spiritual process, that when they touch a divine being, they will have bad karma for it, and they will have a bad karma because it's mercy of the universe, mercy of God, that they can go through the dark night of the soul. But they don't support well the dark night of the soul, because it's not a pleasant thing. Everybody hates it. Everybody hates it. Somebody tell me again I have to go a dark night of soul, I would say no mercy, no thank you. I will rather just, I don't know what I do, but no, I don't want to. I've been through, I learned my lesson, and I'm not gonna go through again, because I don't like it. I will be honest with you, I hate it, and every human hates it. And these people usually don't have a stamina, spiritual stamina. They don't have they don't understand what's happening to them. So when they lose money, they lose job, they lose their toxic marriage, they lose everything around them, they will blame you. It will be your fault because you came into your life, and yes, you are divine being, but you must did some rituals, you must did something. So you brought down the spirit of justice on them. They do not understand. It's not you who did to them. It's their own act who did that to them. They don't take responsibility for their own acts. They will blame you. This is another evil thing. They will never accept that it's their own fault. They brought karma and a dark night of the soul in their life themselves by touching a divine being and hurting it. Hurting that divine pain. So this is really, really important, divine feminine, that you understand this process. Also, when people go through karma, you are human. Like me, when sometimes I get really fucking angry with people who hurt my kids, because it's not in a past. It can't be in a past, as every day I think about my kids. Regularly I see my kids, I see that they are not fine at all because of these shitty people, because they miss me and we can't be together. And yes, I promised God and the universe that I won't stop bringing down the spirit of justice on these people until I get my kids back. That is the only way I will stop. Even if I die, I won't leave this earth until these people all will go down for what they did to my children. I forgive them. I love them. But that injustice is so disgusting that people don't touch my babies. And if you're a mother, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? So you need to understand, sometimes when you have an attitude like that, you come down, oh, you are not spiritual, you don't forgive, you don't love people. Yes, I forgive these people. I love them from far, because then none of them will come back in my life, that's for sure. I know exactly who did what, when, and what part did they take in this shit, because the spirit showed me, and I know is the truth, so they can't get me out of this knowledge, okay? So I'm not doing any black magic against these people. I just ask the universe for the spirit of justice to work in their life and block them. Until I won't get my children back, I will do it. And I don't care what's gonna happen to these people, because they didn't care when they destroyed my kids. You know, these are mainly pervert narcissistic people. These are mainly psychopath people who, when they destroy your children, they don't have any problem with that. They do not have any problem with that. But if you dare to pray to God to bring down the spirit of justice, you are the black witch. You are not spiritual. You're not telling the truth, because you don't forgive. You don't love your enemy. But fuck them. How dare they touch your children or you? How dare they do it? When they touched my children, they took the spiritual consequences with that. I'm a divine being, and my children has the same protection than I have. So every pain they cause to my children has to have a consequence in their life. And it's nothing to do with hate. I don't hate these people. I just want to give them a possibility by universe working in their life, giving them a dark night of the soul. It's very simple. I don't pray the dark night of soul on them. I'm clean, because I do everything ethically, spiritually clean. When you just ask, you say the spirit, this and this person, this and this to me. I want you to do justice. And after you say, I don't know, this person stole my house. I want to get my house back 10 times more the worth of my house than what he stole from me. Okay? That is a ritual there are many rituals actually to bring down the spirit of justice on people. So when you do that, you do correctly. So you do it like, in a form of spiritual ethic, you are not evil, you are not karmic, because you don't wish harm to these people. You are not jealous, you are not envious, you are not enraged, you are not in hate. You just want a balance, a justice to be done. And after, you leave it on the universe, you leave it on God, how they do it. You leave it on your spirit guides, on your ancestors, how they do it. When you feel these people trying to block you, you send your ancestors and spirit guide out. You have totally right to do that. These people get upset and they say, no, you are hateful. Excuse me. You know what they want you to do? Just to spiritually open your arms so they can do whatever fuck you all over your life again and again and again, as much as they want. And us, light workers and divine feminine, divine masculine, needs to fucking wake up that we have a right to protect us. We have a right to protect our children. And when there is injustice done, we have a right to pray so the spirit of justice comes down on these people and the situation, that the truth comes out. Because this is our heritage. We have a right to do it. And this is not hateful. You have to examine your heart, that you forgive these people, that you don't do it with hate. Don't misunderstand. Sometimes, time to time, they really piss me off. I'm a fire sign. I get angry. After I come down, I go to my prayer room. People don't know in my house, so they can't put cameras there. So I go in my special place where I spend time with universe and God, and they usually, God tell me that, no, this is not a good intention, you need to purify it. You know, I'm a human like everyone else, and on a mental level, everyone gets hateful thinking, thoughts, angry thoughts, or jealous or envious. That is the only thing I never get jealous, envious. I don't know. Since I'm a child, I never ever been envious or jealous of anybody. I just don't know why. I just really don't know. But yeah, anger, hateful thoughts I had, just like everybody else. Everybody has. Somebody hurt your child, you will get angry. Somebody take your child and you won't be able to be with your child for years. You will have hateful thoughts. Because if not, it's not normal. That means you didn't love your child. Do you understand? These reactions are normal, but you need to deal with them when you pray, when you do meditate, and you are with God, you are with universe, the spirit, source, whatever. You need to purify your thoughts. You need to purify your intention and put it down. And if you did some spiritual act that was motivated with hate, you need to fix it. Okay? So these people, when you call down the spirit of justice, be careful, because you need to be really clean. If you are not clean, you will call the spirit, because what's happening? The spirit of justice will come down, examine you and all the people, because the spirit of justice is God and universe. They are correct. They don't take part. Do you understand? The spirit of justice does not take part. They will examine your heart, your intention. They will examine their heart, their intention, and they will serve karma as they deserve. And you also. So if you are a bit fishy in a situation, you will receive bad karma also, honey. If not, you will receive good karma. If you thought somebody hurt you and you call the spirit of justice on that person, and a spirit of justice comes, but don't find any evil things in that person or evil intention, they will give them good karma, not bad. So you don't harm those people. Do you understand? What you do, you just speed up the karma in their life. After, it depends on their own act, if it's a good karma or bad karma. They will get pissed off, because when things going shitty in their life, they will say you did black magic on them. They will say it's your fault because you called God upon them to have bad karma. They don't realize it's only their fault. Because if their intentions were good, they never ever harmed you, they wouldn't be in a bad karma situation at all. So I'm telling you this because you need to make sure that you know it's not your fault and you have a right to protect yourself and your children. Do you understand? So when these people come around and start blaming you that you are an evil person to do that to them, just brush it off. Do not take their emotional, psychological manipulation because it's not true. It's not your fault. You have a right to protect yourself. They didn't have a right to ruin your life. They didn't have a right to manipulate behind your back, lying about you behind your back. That has really, really bad legal consequences. Because until it stays on a level of gossip, they cause certain troubles in your life, but not important. But when you lose your kids, when you lose your house, when you lose your job, excuse me, that is not a level of gossip. That is much deeper. And there you have a right to protect yourself. There you have a right to call upon these people, the spirit of justice. But be careful so you will be clean. Because if not, you will receive bad karma also. Right, Divine Feminine, let's get to this. I don't know how long it will be. I need to hurry because I have to do other things also today. I have lots of work to do. I wanted to put up on this channel some spiritual teaching. There is not too many people interested in it, so I won't do it. What I will do, I'm still working on a channel that will be public with basic spiritual teachings. When it will be ready, I will put it in a link in a description box. Okay, so if you are interested in things like that, you can go on that channel and watch it. But on this tarot channel, I will do just tarot reading because I can see some people are not interested in it. Okay, so when there is 8, 9, 5 people who watch it, that shows me that they are not interested in it. Okay. And when I leave it on for many weeks or many days, nobody interested in it. I take it and I alter the content as people wants me to do it, okay? Because there's no point spending hours and hours when nobody wants to watch it. So I adapt of the needs of people who's watching me. Because there is no point giving messages when nobody sits in front of the telephone or tablet or TV. I don't know where you watch these videos. Nobody watch it, okay? I want to reach out for people. They are not interested. Or some of them are skeptical about it, so it's better to leave it. I will put it on my spiritual channel where people are more open. Who goes there exactly for this kind of stuff. Okay, right, Spirit, I really need, actually, excuse me, I forgot while I did already mental protection on my channel. This is just formalities, but I do it just in case. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. Right, Spirit. Give me the right message, please, for Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. Actually, Divine Feminine. I think this reading is rather Divine Feminine, but it's good for Divine Masculine. It's not just Divine Feminine. Sometimes they send in women. You know, sometimes they send in women to have sexual intercourse with you to get your gifts or your abundance. And men are, no, men and women, everybody can be manipulated sexually. These are sexual predators who knows sex really well, okay? Who knows man or woman very well. They know how to touch you, how to kiss you, they are very good at sex, shortly. Okay, so they will drive you crazy. They will drive you crazy, and they do a kind of reverse psychology is one of them, what they often use. You don't know what is it, Google it in and learn about it. Love bombing. They lie. They will tell you they have special connection they can feel. You need to understand these people study divine people for a very long time, how they behave, what do they say. So they will give you the perfect divine masculine or perfect divine feminine. If you're looking for an empress, they will give you the empress. If you're looking for a queen of cups, they will give you the queen of cups. Okay, but after when they got what they wanted, they will stay there still to torment you, torture you, pardon, it's French, torture you, but some of them leaves, and there is nothing left that the trauma and a broken heart, and usually a divine feminine, divine masculine who is destroyed. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Just put this in a smoke. Oh boy, we have a 9 of Swords. We have a 10 of Pentacles. It's good I talk about this because the reading the energy exactly the same. We have the Star. We have a 10 of Swords. It won't be just even feminine reading because I feel a masculine energy here, guys. Sometimes it's, oh, this smoke is really strong. I don't want to cough. Sometimes, yeah, it can be feminine also, but I feel a really strong masculine energy here. Very, very strong masculine energy. What is the most important divine feminine, divine masculine when everything collapses in your life? There is 2 areas where these evil people can trap you. It's material things, mainly money, or a house, or a car, or whatever, but money and sex. This is the 2 areas, okay? So we have a 6 of Pentacles, we have the Sun. We have a 7 of Swords. We have a 5 of Pentacles. Oh boy. We have a 3 of Pentacles. And a Hierophant. Right. I think the first line is the past for some of you. After the timeline may be different for everybody. Maybe you're just going through this one, okay? I think what's happened, or the energy I can feel, these people, for some reason, put you spiritually in a 9 sword of position, okay? Maybe you have some mental issues like being bipolar or depressed or anything like that. And 10 Pentacles is in your life. Oh, God. And you are abundant in spite of your mental state. And there is, even if you are not 100% spiritual because you don't know what is it, there is like guidance, spiritual guidance in your life. The problem is that when evil people realize that you are blessed, they will build into your family, they will build into your friends, they will be friends with you, and they will backstab you because most of these people might steal your 10 Pentacles or destroy it because they can't stand that you are blessed with it. These are karmic people, and that is their final plan, because they want to ruin everybody around them, so everybody will be miserable like they are. But they don't realize usually they have really good backup plans. They have rich parents or rich husband or rich wife or whatever. So they usually don't have so miserable life what they want for you. They want you to fall lower than they are. Do you understand? Because they can't stand that you're doing better than they do. So they will work on it. And that's why you need to be really careful with friends, even with family members, because even family members can be really jealous of your wealth. This betrayal shows that some of you lost houses, fortune, or job, or money, or totally in, or maybe a marriage or a love relationship, or maybe your children, but you went through lots of loss. That 10 swords was, you were stabbed 10 times. It didn't happen for once. Do you understand? It was little by little. So it's been going on for a long time. They put that 10 swords in your back. And on a tarot deck, you can't get worse than that. So it's really, really bad. But the Queen of Pentacles energy, you worked really hard on yourself. You worked really hard financially to get back and get a certain victory. Okay? With the Six of Cups, I can see some kind of victory with your children. You are lucky, huh? So this victory with your children, I don't know, maybe there was some custody battle, or I don't know. I hope you are not in a situation that your kids were taken away from you. But if you are, this card shows that you will get them back, okay? With the victory. We have the Seven of Swords and a Five of Pentacles. Well, there are some hate. Excuse me, this smoke is irritating. There are some haters. Excuse me, I need to get something to drink. Right, I'm sorry, guys. So these haters want you to get into this Five Pentacles position, that you will be isolated, everybody who you love will leave you, and you will have financial difficulties. That's what they want, okay? And a Three of Pentacles shows also, well, sometimes it's community, but in this case it's abundance. These two cards is a promise that the spirit, the universe protects you and will bring abundance in your life. You need to understand abundance not starts with winning the lottery, okay? Abundance starts with transformation emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, and often physically. And after, when it's all done, you might have financial or material blessings also, okay? Right, let's see what we have. We have the Six of Swords, Two of Swords, Four of Pentacles, oh boy. Eight of Wands, the Empress, and a Princess of Swords. Right. So what's going on? You're trying to sail away from this difficult situation, and the spirit shows you, and some of you sail away with your enemy on a boat. But even if your enemy is not on the boat, your haters, I can see the Two of Wands and a Four of Pentacles. But I on this tarot deck, it says it usually Two of Wands can be new beginning, but with a control. So the positive energy of this card, when you are in total control over your new beginning. But most of the time it's a negative card. You can, I don't know if you can see, it's a written domination. It could mean somebody who wants to dominate you. Often it depends what cards around, what energies around. Can mean pervert, narcissistic, or control freak over you, or somebody who is obsessed and want to control you in every price, and does blockages in your life. And we can see with the Four of Pentacles, this person put lots of financial blockages. Probably you lost your job or something like that, because you have financial difficulties. And what will happen in the future? I don't think it's happened for most of you, but it will happen. There is messages who will come in, or some legal communication from legal cases, and it will be a very good news, and it will make you become an empress, put you in the energy of the empress. Just one more thing for spiritual cleansing. When you cleanse yourself, it's not only the spiritual bath. It's possible there are other practices. You can use plants, even smoke, to cleanse your aura. Also, you can change the way to vibrate a bit faster. That can destroy negative vibration, negative energies around you. Also, there are techniques for that also. And one of the yogis, I have a really magnific guru friends in India. He started a huge movement. He is amazing, really, really amazing, and very funny. I love him. It's an old man. I'm not in love with him, but I love him because he is such a perfect person, somebody who's realistic, but at the same time spiritual, and the mixture of that. And he taught me, and I know, because when I was Christian, I practiced fasting, okay? I learned the basic spirituality of fasting. You need to learn about fasting, okay? If nothing else, in the morning when you wake up, the first 3 hours, do not drink anything else but water, and do not eat anything. The first 3 hours, this is a partial intermittent fasting, and it will help you to clean up your aura and get you spiritually strong. While if you are on a heavy attack, the best thing to do a really tough fast. If you do that, you need to have a good health, and also you need to be led by the spirit, because it can be risky. Sometimes water fast is necessary for a few days, so you can control the spiritual attacks, and you can gain spiritual power over. If you're an alchemist, you know what I'm talking about, because alchemist gets more spiritual power by fasting. Yogis do that also. You need to understand when you fast, what's happening. Just a basic, I tell you. I won't get into it because it's a tarot reading. You go on my spiritual channel and you get deeper vision about this. But when you fast, your stomach, your digestive tube is not working, okay? When you eat, your digestive tube takes up, I don't want to lie, but I think something like 70-80% of your energy to digest, okay? So when you stop eating, when you're fasting, these 70-80% of energy of your body will be liberated. Do you understand? After, if you are very good, you are an alchemist and you know mental magic, it's possible to tap into a subconscious where there is a limitless energy available. It's like the ether, but you need to be on a very high spiritual level for that. And the access to this part of the subconscious brain is quite difficult, okay? But when you are in, you have a limitless energy to create, to manifest, to do whatever you want with your body. That this Dispenza teach that you need to be on theta, meditation, to be able to heal your body or manipulate things on a free day. Okay, this is totally, I have videos about this also, but what you need to understand, you liberate a huge amount of energy with fasting. And you will be able to use, it's a lot, because 70-80% of your energy is a lot. And if you use that on spiritual purposes, it's extraordinary, because you can manifest at least 70% faster and deeper and more correctly. And also, when you need to push back spiritual attacks, it's indispensable if you can fast. But it's hard, because me, I'm a gourmand person, so For me, it's hard, but the problem for me, when I start fast, it's really, really difficult. Go on my channel, check out how to fast, because there is you just can't decide one day the other that you stop eating. You need to go slowly and prepare your digestive system, because if not, there will be some physical problems. So I talk about that on my spiritual channel. But what I noticed, the first few days is really tough in fasting, because your body wants to eat. Okay, when you do the tough fasting, when you don't eat, well, if you don't drink, that is a very, very high level. I don't suggest you to do that. Okay, so at least drink. And there are really good teaching about this on my channel. Okay, but the first few days is very difficult. But after you go through a certain click, or I don't know, spiritual click, then spiritually you are in heaven. So everything is, the connection between you and the universe is so strong, so how shall I put, intimate. And a protection on you is so fucking fake that there is nobody can access to your crown chakra, nobody can access to your dreams, nobody can access to your downloads, nobody, because you get in a state of a spiritual bubble that is totally connected with the universe. Do you understand? So when you reach this level of the fast, and I'm sorry, but for that you need to fast for many days to be able to reach. The longest I did as a Christian was 40 days, because I wanted to do like Jesus did. Well, I almost finished in hospitals, and I had digestive problems after when I started to eat. But lots of yogis do that, okay, and yogi masters, and they don't have problem with that, because when you do more than 10 days fast, it's very, very, very serious. You need to be on a high, very high spiritual level, because what usually yogis does, they spirit also extract energies from the ether. So their body function won't stop. Do you understand that? It will be like they have the energy, extra energy from the ether to alimент their body. It's very complicated. You need to be on a really high spiritual level to understand this, okay? But watch my video about fasting when it will come out, because they are not... I don't want to go deeply in it, just on a basic information that I put out in public, so I redo the videos. So you need to understand 40 days fasting is really tough. A yogi can do it, you can't. You need to be on a really, really high spiritual level. If not, there will be physical consequences. You might finish in a hospital, okay? But what is dangerous after a few days for me, I don't know how many days, I don't want to tell anything on YouTube, but after a few days, I enjoyed too much the fasting that I can't stop. So I have to force myself to stop the fast, because it's too much. And sometimes the source and spirit tell me that you have to stop fasting, it's too much, because you will enjoy so much this energy. You will enjoy so much this connection, intimacy with the universe, that you don't want to get out of it. But until you get there, you will suffer, because the first few days, your body will screaming for food. Do you understand? And it's different for everybody. Someone, it's 10 days, someone is 2 days, someone is 6 days. You need to get know your body, okay? But when you are under a very heavy spiritual attack, fasting is one of the front line that will strengthen your protection, also your connection to universe. And when you fast, your connection is protected. Nobody can tap into it, because these occult people like to tap into to try to steal your downloads, and it's impossible when you fast. It's practically impossible, because the protection you have on you spiritually, they can't do it. They just can't do it. So when you are a heavy spiritual attack, please do start fasting. If nothing else, I'm telling you, the first 3 hours when you wake up. Well, yogi, well, I won't go in this again, but there are some yogis that are initiated. For them, there are certain hours they have to do it, and people who are not initiated, there are sometime around lunchtime and during the night, early morning rather. There is a 3 hours gap when they have lots of energy to do spiritual things. But for yogis, it's different. Some spiritual giants who are initiated in the spiritual realms, they have different auras than those who didn't initiate it. It's very complicated spiritually. You need to understand. But me, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter when you wake up, already the first 3 hours, if you don't eat, try to meditate, not for 3 hours because you need to go to work, I understand, but at least keep 3 hours very clean. Fasting every morning will give you a basic protections against spiritual attacks, especially if you start the day with 5-10 minutes. Even if just 5-10 minutes meditation, I know it's better half an hour or 1 hour, but when you wake up early in the morning, you have to have quickly or shower, get the kids ready, go to school, go to work. You don't have hours to meditate. I understand, but at least put 10-15 minutes on a side. Wake up 10-15 minutes earlier, okay? Right, we have here the five of wands. Well, 5 of wands. Let's see what cards we have around. Knight of wands. High priestess. Five of cups. Oh boy. There is a divine masculine who is... We have a king of wands who loves a high priestess, okay? Maybe it's you, divine feminine, and maybe it's you, divine masculine. This divine masculine is an emperor king, okay? But comes in with a knight of wands energy that is a player. And they come in because they are self-conflicted, or there are some people around them who turns them against you, against the high priestess. They say everything in your life is her fault because she's doing black magic, she's doing this, she's doing that, it's her fault, how dare she do that to you. You know, when you are mature man, spiritually and emotionally, like for your age, I'm not talking about you react like this when you are 40 years old, but your emotions are on a level of a 3-year-old child, okay? When you are 40 years old and your emotions are mature, like you would be really 40 years old emotionally, you won't do such a thing. You will come in as a king of wands, and you won't start manipulating, you won't start gaslighting, blaming this high priestess that everything is her fault. You don't want to take revenge, you don't want to steal her gifts, because I can even feel this karmic energy, and it's strange because I can feel this is a divine karmic masculine, and now you can laugh, but I can feel this is a divine karmic masculine. Originally this guy should be divine, but he did so much shitty things in his life that he become karmic. His intentions are karmic. So I wouldn't be surprised this guy feel entitled for everything that the high priestess has, and comes in her life with this player energy to break her in, to control her. Do you understand? Do you remember we have this card here? The domination. Excuse me guys, but I need to do something with this table, and it's just rolling away from me. Okay, you need to understand this divine masculine is coming in a wrong way towards this high priestess. And he thinks maybe this high priestess before was quite sexual, or had some karmic way also before she woke up. Or I don't know, he thinks I want every woman with this energy, so I will win. This high priestess is different for everybody, okay? But this guy is coming in with this really high sexual energy, a player energy, and plan to seduce this high priestess. Maybe some of you, this guy even want to steal your energy, steal your abundance, or whatever the universe gave you, or the high priestess capabilities you have. Maybe you are a psychic medium, maybe you are a tarot reader, whatever. But this guy is not coming in with a good intention at all. So I don't know what do they expect, but you as a high priestess will reject him. So he will go in the 5 cups of state because of this rejection. And this guy needs to do some growing up, even if he is 40 years old, 50 years old, or 30 years old. Because when you are more than 30, well, you are 20 years old, you are in this energy, it's still past. And when you are 30, 40, 50, you need to grow up emotionally and step into your power as a king of wands. I'm talking to divine masculine now. If not, it will be karmic. It will be not normal. So we can see that our divine masculine did some growing up, maybe a purification, and getting spiritual a bit. And we have the 4 of cups. So this guy will bring an offer in for you, divine feminine. And this offer is to heal a relationship between you. We have a Knight of Swords. We have the Magician. We have 2 of Cups. And Death. Wow, 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 wow. And the Devil. Oh boy, these 2 cards is not good together. Not good together, my God. Ace of Wands. Oh no, these 3 cards together, are you kidding? Oh shit. This guy is occult. Oh shit. This guy is occult but wants to come out. I think he wants to be divine, but the karmic side of him is so fucking strong. And he's coming in fast. Because you know what, High Priestess? Divine Feminine, your Divine Masculine is coming. And this Divine Masculine is a Magician and your Twin Flame. The real one. I have an impression this is a karmic Twin Flame for you. This is not your Twin Flame, or maybe it's a soulmate. You need to understand with Twin Flame connections, before the real Twin Flame will turn up in your life, a fake one will come. And I think you know what I'm talking about because you've been through that already. This is your real Twin Flame who you do not know at all because it's a new energy. This guy you know, you never been together. Some of you, excuse me, I have a hiccup. Some of you slept with this guy a long time ago. Some of you don't because you rejected. But some of you had a sexual relationship with this guy. Some of you didn't. Just you know each other. But he's somebody from your past, okay? And they will bring in an offer, a love offer, because I think they just can't forget you and they won't tell you because this kind of man do not like being vulnerable. They don't want you to know that they are in love with you. Do you understand? So they won't tell you. they will see, I feel there's a connection between us, you know. It's like but anyway, they running in with the energy of a Knight of Swords, because they must be spiritual. They know that this real twin flame is coming into your life, and they do not like it. So what do? They turn back to their karmic practice that they know really well, because the new awakening, the new spirituality that is purify their heart, is a new thing for them. They don't know moving in it surely. So they turn back to the evil deeds that they did before, because they know those. They know to control, they know to work with it. This new spiritual awakening is fine, but they are not at home in it. Do you understand? So they turn back to this evil energy, the sexual. There's lots of sex magic. I'm sorry, I'm telling you now, there's lots of sex magic has been done on you, that you won't be able to resist this guy. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy even sent on you some sexual entities. So you would have sexual desires for him. Spirit is telling this guy day and night that this has to die. But this guy is not listening, because he wants to win in every price. He wants you. He loves you. He wants you. And if he has to use evil forces, he doesn't care, because he does not have the same quality of force on a good side. So he knows only the evil side, how to use it to really put a spiritual stamp on you that this woman is mine. You know, I'm just explaining this energy because you can be pissed off with this guy. I understand. But you need to understand also that it's a kind of love he is motivated by. And because he does not know any other way to deal with it, to get you, but the devilish evil ways, because he's just start awakening. His new awakening power, spiritual power, is not that strong yet. Not on that level that they could see how they can win you. They want to have you in every prices. Do you understand? And what they see, that when they are on a good side, they are not strong enough to win against this guy who is on a good side and a magician and very powerful. So they go back in their old way to use sex magics, to use dark magic, graveyard magic, any kind of shitty stuff, esoteric stuff against this guy, and to have you. Do you understand? Right, it's interesting, this reading. Let's see the next one. We have a King of Pentacles. We have a Three of Cups, that is abundance. Yeah, this magician, it's a King of Pentacles. Princess of Wands. Oh boy, there is a third party. This guy has a woman on his side, a very young woman, but very, very evil. And this guy is trying to walk away from this woman, walking towards you, but it's really fucking difficult. It's a burden. It's a real burden for him. Because there is some, they're telling me they made some spiritual contract on an evil side together. And this spiritual contract is really difficult to break. And this guy is trying to walk away. You need to understand, this guy is struggling. He wants to get back in a divine form, but you need to understand all these evil energies around him that pulling him back. And he's still walking away, but he's fucking burdened. And he does not know anymore what to do, because he's in love with you. He wants you to have, but he's not ready yet for having you on a divine way. So he's turning back on a devil ways to have you. So that is the energy behind. I'm just telling you, explaining that you could understand a bit where is he coming from. And he needs to break out the manipulation of this woman and the spiritual contract. And he works really hard on this with the Seven of Pentacles. So he could walk away even with burdens to come towards you. But now he's fucking panicking because there is this King of Pentacles, this magician, a real twin flame that is coming in. He knows it's a very strong connection that you won't be able to resist, but he can't lose you. He knows your worth. He thinks you are the one for him. I think this is a man who's been with lots of women and played lots of women. And if this man is fighting for you so much, he knows your value and he wants you in his life. Well, maybe there are some intention that is not 100% pure, but this man loves you a lot. I'm telling you. But this twin flame loves you also. You will be in a shitty position, huh? Divine feminine. Because I think you have to choose between the two. And I think the universe will let you to choose your path of way in life. And you might reject this guy, but the problem is that if you reject this guy, he might fall back in his evil way. But you will see all these shitty evil manipulations he's doing. He's doing it because he doesn't do anything else. Do you understand? And he knows that this guy is powerful on the light side, so he has to match up somehow. He can't match him up on the light side because he's not strong enough on the light side yet. So I think the universe will grant you position to decide which one you choose. And we have the judgment. And I think this is what I said, that the universe will decide. The universe will let you to decide which one you choose. And this guy is really fucking jealous. We have a 7 of Wands. Oh my God. The energy on feel on this guy, this is my woman. Do not touch him. I destroy you. I even kill you if I have to, if you touch my woman. This is the energy what I can feel on this guy. He spiritually owns you. They're telling me some of you have a marriage with this guy on a 5D. Some of you even have kids on a 5D. And this guy knows that. And his guy think of you as you are already his wife. Do you understand? But unfortunately, it's not visible on a 3D, and you does not think at all. Maybe you know about this, but you know the evil side of this guy, and it's worrying you. So maybe you're pushing back and trying to walk away from this guy. That makes him panicking more. So he does more evil stuff to get you back. And it's like, it's my spiritual right to have this woman. Why this shitty person coming in trying to steal her from me? But it's tough for him. You need to understand that he's going through a fucking spiritual war that is really, really, really tough. I'm not telling you to choose him. I'm not telling you to be on his side, because the method he's using is not nice. I'm telling you, it's not nice. He did really shitty things against you just to have you or keep you with him. And he has some egoistic part of him, because there was maybe a period of time in his life he chose this woman, not you. But you need to understand, some of you, this guy already had kids with this, or this woman was pregnant, but choose this woman because something was going on already and wanted to take responsibilities. I don't want to make him look like innocent, because he's not. Some of you really fucked up your life doing that. So it's a fucked up person, and he fucked himself up, actually. And I think he knows that really well, but try to desperately fix anything and try not to lose you, because the love he feels for you. Right, what else, Spirit? How do we finish this reading? We have the Ace of Swords, the Hermit, and the Three of Wands. You Divine Feminine, who is High Priestess, You have extraordinary divine protection on you and very, very powerful spiritual guides, ancestors. They protecting your new beginning. This new beginning depends on you what you choose. You choose this King of Pentacles or this King of Wands. You have love for both of them. This King of Wands, there is a huge possibility he will betray you because he's still going through the dark night of the soul, and not everybody can go through. Do you understand? Many of these people who awaken and go through the dark night of the soul, they don't manage to stay spiritual, because after the dark night of the soul, there is a cocoon period of time when they are left alone, and it's a kind of test the universe put them. If they have the spiritual stamina to be a divine person or no, and many of them fail. And I don't know this guy will fail or no. There is a possibility he will fail. And if he fail, he will stay karmic and he will ruin your life. I think as a high priestess, you know that really well. But you know also, if he goes through and he passes the test, he can become a very powerful divine masculine. And you are self-conflicted because of that. Also, you can see this twin flame, this King of Pentacles, who is very spiritual as a magician. Also your twin flame, that is undeniable, a very strong connection. And you are drawn to this person. And with this person, you will have a more harmonious, more powerful, not more powerful because the other one is powerful also, but more harmonious, more calm, more peaceful, more loving relationship, and without fights. Here, you need to fight this guy and his demons. Here you need to fight this woman, even that they are separated or divorced or they are not together. This woman is waged a war against you, High Priestess. So you have to deal with lots of drama here. But if you are an empath and there is a huge possible, you will be tempted to choose this guy because you want to save him in Gime. This is a very strong guy. Don't tell him that you will save him because he will be pissed off. He doesn't want to be saved. He thinks he can save himself, and maybe he can. But what's happening is, by choosing him, you will make him stronger. So it will be more chance for him to go through the dark night of the soul easier. And also that the cocoon period of time, he won't fall out. And you know that really well. And because of you are an empath, you don't want this guy to be lost. But it's risky because he might turn back and he stays evil. And in that case, he will ruin your life. You know all this very well and very conflicted. After you have the spirit give you the decision what you decide. What I'm telling, because some of you even thinking about having a friendship with this guy and having a love relationship with this, you won't be able to. This guy want to own you. This guy loves you so much that for him you belongs to him. He won't tolerate that other men put their hands on you or make love to you. It's impossible. He will turn very evil if he has to live like that, thinking that every night you are sleeping with someone else and not him. That you are not in his arms. This guy is dreaming about you day and night. You understand? High Priestess. It's like an obsession that is not healthy neither. But he can't help it. It's beyond his control. He can't control it. Do you understand? This is a very complicated situation, and I have no idea what you should choose and what is the best choice. What is for sure, this is a divine connection. He is already divine, not evil, and you will be protected, and that's for sure. This guy won't turn into evil. There you're taking lots of risk, but you can save somebody, and Gime is saving. help him to come out of these shitty things, while the universe gives the decision in your hand to choose. Do you understand? You need to be really wise, because if this guy turn very evil, if you don't choose him, he will spend the rest of his life trying to destroy you both. So it's a very complicated situation. I have no idea how you will decide about this guy. Spirit, give me cards. How should the High Priestess behave with this guy? This is a soulmate. Yeah. So this is a twin flame. This is a soulmate. This is a twin flame, and this is a soulmate. That's why it's so strong, the connection. Maybe you spend many lifetimes with this guy, or maybe they're telling me you spend many lifetimes with this conflict, that you had to choose both between them. And some life you choose this guy, some life you choose the other one. Yeah, this is a new love. A new person stirred your romantic feelings. And you need a spirit telling you, you need to open up to this guy and extend your light-hearted energy to others, and not others, but at least this guy, to explore who is that really, and to be able to make a right decision. Okay? Right, this is the end of the reading. Thank you for watching me, and have a lovely day. Take care, and thank you for pressing the thumb up button. And if you didn't subscribe yet to my channel, please do subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.